What's up, you guys? This is your boy Miguel giving you your daily dose of radiation. Today's video, we're covering the different kinds of patients you meet in the emergency room while you do your x-rays. So to give you context, I do night shift x-rays. I've been doing it for about 4 years. Work a lot of overtime, so I do dabble in day shift. So I would say you kind of meet the same patients over and over. Not like the actual same people. Well, occasionally you have your regulars that come in. You can almost be a regular that you know them and you recognize them, but like it's almost kind of a cycle you go through. And occasionally you'll get like different traumas, different stuff, different, Lord forgive what happens out there. But it's almost the same. You'll have it's almost like working customer service, to be honest, because like you kind of see the same cycle. But anyways, as far as like even with seasons, you'll see different people. Like for instance, for majority of the year, unless it's trauma, you don't really see people like at my age. Like I'm around, I would say 18 to mid 20s. You don't see us a lot in the emergency room unless you get caught up in a trauma or the yearly like cough, flu, COVID, whatever's going on that gets you. But for the most part, you really don't see no one within our age range coming in at like a lot compared to some of the older people. Majority of the people, I would say 80% are older people that come in. And you'll have the typical like cycles. You'll have like right now we're entering the cold and flu season, so you're gonna be busy. You're gonna have a lot of people who can't breathe, who are like the cough and stuff like that. So a bunch of them it's older people. And then especially if you work nighttime, you'll have like all the AMS people who come in because they're drunk, fighting. You'll have like the homeless people who come in the middle of the night. Especially during the winter, they'll come in more, and like you can quickly tell, especially if they come in a lot for certain stuff, that they just want pain meds, they want stuff. And then with my hospital, we can't turn down no one because of the type of hospital we are. So regardless of what's going on, they'll still get treated. But you can kind of tell when it's like they just want somewhere to stay. And if we're not that busy, you just see them kind of like they'll come in and they'll just get put in a corner. And they'll order a chest x-ray, they'll order something that maybe doesn't seem relevancy, but like they have to see them. And like sometimes the doctors will order stuff just to say that they did something because they have to treat everyone. I don't know, it's a weird kind of gray field. But anyways, there are those kind of people. You have like the people who come in all the time because their shoulder gets dislocated. And I mean, everyone who comes to the hospital, like, they're not good. No one's usually happy to come in there. They might be grateful, like, that you're helping them, that you're doing good care, that they get good treatment. And there's that. But most people are in pain, are hurting. And then especially in the middle of the night, some people are, like, cranky. Especially like those who've been up all day and end up having to come because of their kids, because like there's always something going on. Especially at night, you either have the people who are night owls, who like that's what they do, or you have the people who are from daytime and they just get dragged going into the hospital. So like there's various types of patients like that, and then you have the random ones, which are like the trauma situations, which those can vary too. You can have like the people who got into a car crash and are like thankful that nothing happened to them. They're like sometimes like their car will get totaled and they come in like a regular person who just came in for a cough, like nothing, and we're just like, you got lucky, bro. Because other times people will come in, if they crash, they will look like they're like holding on to Jesus Christ, like barely alive. Like it'll be bad. You have like those patients who come in and they're just like, just please help me, or my kid, or my family. They'll be like in shock type situations. And then you have like the old people who fall because they wanted to get cookies in the middle of the night. And now their head broken. And they're like, when am I going to get home? Am I gonna go home? And the doctor's like, yeah, you gotta stay here. There's surgery. So it is the easiest way I could put it is imagine that you work at a hospital. Even in my city, we're not that big. We're maybe 90,000 population in my town. Mine's a trauma 3. Imagine you're in Grand Theft Auto online, and then you work at that hospital and Grand Theft Auto. So you see, like, that's the best analogy I could put you. You'll meet different kind of people coming from, like, people will come from different places, just end up getting in accidents, getting hurt, getting sick, then they'll just come by our hospital, and we just have to, do the best we can. You'll say, some people will say, oh, in our tiny town, nothing happens. It's just, it's boring. Work at a hospital. Work at an emergency room. See how much stuff is actually happening, bro. Because you would think that in a small town, nothing happening is dead. No. Like, whenever there's, like, in your local town, someone got shot, there was a building on fire, there was something going on, something in the news, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be up there at the hospital. Or especially where I work here locally. So, like, even my lady would, like, tell me, I'm like, yeah, they were there. It's gunshot, so-and-so, yeah, I know. I'm aware of that. Or there was a big car crash, yeah, I know. We were taking care of, like, people. So, like, you'll meet different kinds of people. It's like the most wildest analogy to use because how you're going to compare video. But people will do dumb stuff, and they'll end up coming there. You'll see people of all, it don't matter your level of intelligence, to young to baby, everyone gets either caught up in the craziness of out there by other people maybe not doing the smartest things, and they get caught up in it, and they'll end up with them. Sometimes one time we ended up with 2 people who crashed cars, and both in separate trauma beds across each other. All the time they were just talking shit back and forth to each other, like mad. So, like, you will literally, it's random. Every single day, if you like excitement, if you like stuff changing, go work in an emergency room. Because every day, it's like a revolving little gauntlet. You never know what's going to come. You may have your usuals, and you may have the typical seasons that you will endure, but it will be like a revolving door of stuff. So, it's wild out there. So, yeah, it's been your boy Miguel. See you on the next one.